I am Emily Reese, and this is Artifact 12 for Criterion 24. Use assessment data to inform and guide instruction based on individual student needs. In my third grade class, I used technology to design and implement a formative and summative assessment in our mathematics multiplication and division unit. The formative assessment focused on AKS 2.0A2, interpret whole number quotients of whole numbers, and 3.0A3, apply multiplication and division within 100 to solve word problems in situations involving equal groups, arrays, and measurement quantities. Students use a variety of technology resources to learn about division, including digital math lessons, opportunities to practice division computation and word problems, BrainPop Junior learning videos, and games to support the understanding of skills of division. Students took an assessment to determine their levels of understanding of the division AKS. They were allowed to use scratch paper as needed to help them with their division word problem strategies. Students were provided immediate feedback in which they could then determine their areas of strengths and weaknesses. I used the quantitative data to determine areas of need and inform instruction. Students who scored 8 or more points moved on to an extension tasks, where students who scored less than 8 points were pulled into remediation small groups with the teacher for further instruction on the AKS. When reviewing student assessments, I was able to pinpoint trends and lack of understanding of the assessed AKS. I pulled additional resources to enhance student understanding. I also made adjustments to my original plan of instruction by providing students with additional practice time and mini lessons, as well as hands-on manipulatives to help them when solving division problems. I used Google Forms to create a summative assessment. The Google Form assessment consisted of 1 vocabulary question and 9 division word problems for students to solve. Each of the questions aligned with the AKS. The settings on the Google Form were adjusted to make the tests auto-grade, and students were not able to move on to the next question without answering the question they were attempting. The summative assessment mirrored the formative assessment so that the teacher could compare results. I created multiple visual representations of the summative assessment data to guide my analysis, including reviewing disaggregated data by general education students and gifted students. From an analysis of the summative assessment data, I was able to make inferences related to the effectiveness of the formative assessment on AKS 2.0A2 and 3.0A3, as well as the impact of the adjustments I had made to instruction as a result of my analysis of student formative assessments. I also identified the 2 most missed questions on the assessments, which related to division visual models and division word problems. A consideration for future instruction based on the most missed questions is to spend more time on vocabulary and use more visual models when modeling division word problems. By explicitly teaching division word problem decoding skills, I believe students will better be able to tackle word problems. I am Emily Reese, and this is Artifact 12 for Criterion 25, provide opportunities for students to reflect on their own learning data. I administered a summative assessment for Mathematics Multiplication and Division Unit 2 in my third grade class. By using Google Forms, I had immediate access to student results and the ability to review learning data by individual students and by assessment question. Using a digital platform for the assessment allowed me to share the results quickly with students and parents. Google Forms supports students in reflecting on their efforts by identifying students' missed questions, noting the selected answer, as well as providing the correct answer choice. After the assessment was administered, a class period was dedicated to reflect, remediate, and extend their learning. After reviewing the 2 most commonly missed questions on the assessments, students then used an error analysis sheet to reflect on the questions they had missed. For each missed question, students noted their error and correctly solved the problem, showing their math strategy. Students were then able to build an understanding of the correct answer. As students completed the error analysis, they were able to utilize the division resources housed in their Google Classrooms to further support their understanding of the content, which further customized remediation and empowered students to guide their own reflection of the assessment.